Good evening, beautiful ladies, wonderful gentlemen. Good evening. Exclusive, exclusive. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's a beautiful evening. The skies is beautiful looking. I mean, when you look up there, it's just like, yo, what is today's date? You're like, oh wow, today's really the end of the month. Like, come on now. We are October 26th. We reached about almost 80 degrees, and it was a lovely day. There was so much to do today. Like, I mean, like, if you want to do anything, you can do anything today. Today was an anything day, except for go to the beach. Pretty sure somebody jumped in the water. Who knows? But when you think about a day like today, skies was blue, no rain. It makes you think about how beautiful the world is. It makes you think about how beautiful life could and should be. And there's so many things of beauty that we can talk and discuss in life. There's so much things that we can talk of value. And when we look at what we do, we spend so much of our time evaluating, you know, breaking down, debating one another, and we allow all the beauty of life just to go by like a bird in the blue sky. You don't see this beautiful bird in the blue sky because it's way above your head. And so there's so many things that's happening in the community. There's so many people doing things in the community, and there's so much to talk about. That's so much more beautiful than what we put up there and we talk about on a daily basis on our channels. We spend so much time putting a camera and a spotlight and a microphone in front of so much energy that's not really needed to progress a black community in this day and age of this technology. And we allow all the great things just to dwindle and to fade away. And we don't fuel it. We don't give it the energy. We don't build it up. We don't feed it. And it burns out. It crashes and burns. And that's what happens when we look at what we do in this day and age. We allow all the great things and the people who of significance to just crash and burn. So this is titled Jamal Johnson is retiring from activism. And I threw Lenon on it in there because he's one of the reasons why people fade away, because of people on the sidelines putting so much negative fuel out there, stopping movement, stopping progression, stopping things from happening, spotlighting all other images. So we're going to see how that's going to, how we're going to bridge those two together. But we talk about Jamal Johnson, Umar Johnson's father. You know, he's I keep in contact with him. He keep in contact with me, and we don't talk like daily or nothing like that. Just, but when something's going on, he hits me up, and when he does something, he sends me, and I've stumped the yard out there with him several times, and many times I should have been out there, I wasn't out there. And so when we look at when crash and burns, because we as men, we don't really get on the front line as we should to be energy to those who's on front line as well. Now, I don't know the reason of the retirement, but when I look at the breakdown of, the last 3 years of Jamal Johnson, his run, last 2 years of Jamal Johnson, his run, you see that he put in certain levels of high work, high energy, and sometimes you look at the seeds that you planted and you see, damn, it didn't even grow as the way I wanted to grow. It the fruits is not there the way I need the fruits to be. And you look at what you're doing, and you look at the energy you put out there, and you look at the results, you look at what's going on, you still see the violence, you still see the hate. And it's not like you 20, 21, and 18. It's not like you're a college student. You know, we talk about grown men. Grown men. We talk about Jamal. We talk about a father, a grandfather out there sitting for days on a fast in the cold, freezing. You know, he sent me images of that when he was doing it back in 2021, I believe. Okay, folks, out there in City Hall, freezing at City Hall. So when you look at a person, you say, "Why is a man retiring?" Because there's so much energy that person put in. And then when you look at all the people that's on the channels and the YouTube channels and talking, and all the people who's out, talking about, what black activism is about, and out there, they're getting donations and they're getting funds and they're getting money sent to them, and they just sitting there talking. This man's marching to the mayor's office, and this man is out there, you know what I mean? And like I say, he's not a college student. He's not 16, 18, 21, 25, 31, 41. He's a grandfather. He's a soldier. I walk with him, that man be moving around though. I'm not saying he's an old man with a cane. No, he's not like that. But no matter what, crash and burn comes when you out there and you walking from from New York to DC. You travel and you're doing this yearly, you know what I'm saying? Because you want to get attention for the gun violence that's taking place in your city, your hometown, your state. And you want to make changes. Crash and burn comes. And when you have people like Lenon once again putting spotlight on all the other energy, as opposed to taking the time out and putting spotlight and energy on those who are really doing some homework and those who are doing some extra credit work, and those who are doing the work to make the change to get the high grades for the overall class. We don't, like I said, we don't give the energy. What did Lenon Honor do? Lenon Honor he tried to tear this man apart for having Umar. You know what I'm saying? He tried to blame this man for just birthing Umar and blaming him for Umar's ups and downs and woes and failures and his good high, whatever it is, in his Umar's life. He blamed Lenon. He blamed Jamal for just being there as a father and not taking his belt off and beating Umar in the middle of the street, in the middle of the class. So when we don't, like I say, fuel those individuals out there that's really out there doing some activism work in the streets. Like I said, I've seen Jamal on several occasions. Whatever the motives is, because we don't know no one's motives. Okay, don't think I'm sitting here being a cheerleader. I'm saying the man's retiring. When is the time? Well, before I get into that, when is the right time for us to retire? What gives us the right to retire? I mean, like health could be an issue. Are we even privileged to retire from the struggle, the movement? I think it's like once you choose to, I think like it should be like a all out oath, a pact. You know what I'm saying? That you take, but it's like a natural oath that you naturally take when you choose to become an activist. That's why people don't really understand. Like When you do choose to step in those shoes, you will be crucified if you step out of those shoes in any fun way to the people's eyes, because they figure that, and they look at you as chosen people. You chose to lead. You chose to be the chosen one. So we will crucify you in any given second. So it's important for you to realize that being an activist is not an easy task. You know what I'm saying? And when can you retire? When is the job officially done that you can retire? So, like I say, I have a little history with the man, and I see, the tiredness that kicked in. I could see, you could see the breadcrumbs that was leading up to this. I mean, we as men must take more accountability for not grabbing the torch, not grabbing the baton, and running with the baton in the way that we should run with the baton as individuals when it comes to this movement work. Because with this movement work, it's like a marathon, but it's like not just a marathon, it's like a relay race. Okay? With this movement, it's a relay race. And when it's your time to run with the baton, you must run your fastest and you must shine your brightest. Because once you pass it off, you want to make sure that you gave the next person a lead. You gave them an advantage. You gave them some leeway. Not to drop the baton, not to mess up, not to start running slow, but you gave them leeway just in case they're not doing as well as you expect them to do, or as they expect themselves to do. You gave them leeway because you did a little extra credit by going a little extra hard. And that's what this marathon is. This what this relay race is. We must be able to grab the baton and run with it. So, like I say, going through the history, I've seen Jamal reaching out in many ways. Even as there's a story that Q Butter said. He said that the reason why he ceased fire a little bit on Umar is because Jamal Johnson drove all the way out to Brooklyn from Philly and met up with Q and actually even gave him a donation. So the man has been reaching out in many ways to individuals, younger men who he see or assume. See, I'm gonna use the word. See, he assume because you don't know nobody. You just assume because what you're watching. You assume what comes across your channel, and you tune into them. You hear what people saying, then you check these people out, and then you subscribe, and then you start following. You paying attention to what they're saying. You assume that they're about grabbing the baton and running a race. But when you look and see what they're talking about, as they so-called say, "I'm gonna grab the baton," I'm gonna grab the baton, and you see what they're wasting their time and energy on, that's another way where it's more crash and burn, because you're like saying, like, "Yo, these men are not ready. These boys are not ready." I'm trying to, for example, when you look at retiring, you gotta say, "Why is he retiring?" Well, check this out. Crash and burn. You say crash and burn. Well, when I say crash and burn, How many times have I seen him on the news since I've been out here in Philly? I've seen the man on the news about like 4 times, maybe 5, but 4 definitely. 3 to 4 times easy. I've seen him on the news 3 to 4 times. All these individuals that you are out there subscribing to their channels and highlighting and donating and bigging up, and they got thousands and thousands and thousands of followers and tuned in. I mean, how many times have they been on the news? How many times they been in the news? How many times the press has come out to their something they're doing? How many times the media has come out to something that they're out there doing? I've seen the press and media out there on about 3, 4 occasions with the man. So when you talk about crash and burn, it's a mental thing as well that makes you crash and burn, folks. It's very serious what I'm talking about because I know what it feels like to run into like a crash and burn moment, or where you just feel like you want to retire. But like I say, this is an oath that we really taken. You can't. There's no room to retire. There's no time to retire. It's all hands on deck with this movement. All hands. I mean, 8 to 80, blind, triple, crazy. All hands on deck. Because for us to really have success with this movement, we're gonna need all hands, especially all hands that's ready to get dirty, ready to put some work in. And if you've been putting that work in, continue to put that work in. And continue to give the fuel to those who need that fuel. Reach out to them. You know, reach out to them in ways that gives you more fuel. And I say this because right now, I don't think you have the right to retire, bro, unless you're sick. You set a little mark. You've been out there. I understand you want to pass the torch, but it's not the time to pass the torch. You got to keep the torch lit and keep it sparking and keep it going, because the next person is not going to keep it lit the way that you know how to hold the torch. They're not going to be in that tent. If they wasn't, you gotta understand, if they wasn't in that tent with you, if they wasn't out there freezing with you, if they wasn't out there fasting with you, you know what I'm saying? They ain't really going to be able to handle that torch that way that you handled it. So right now you got to continue to hold on to that torch, and until your son wakes up, you know what I'm saying, you got to keep struggling and continue with the fight. And that's where it is. And why do I say until your son wakes up and realize that? Understand? Because he's your mouthpiece. He's the mouthpiece that you need to get the spark, to get the fire blaze much at a blaze where it's like one of those movies where you're trapped on an island and they see they saw the fire because you torched the island. That's what he needs to do. He needs to give you that spark right now. And I don't think he gave you that type of energy. I don't know nothing of what's going on, but I don't think that he gave you that energy, because if he did, he would have did. You would have seen a video. He would have spoken. You in the streets. He would have saluted you in your quest of the movement. Is there a video with Umar talking of his father and his movement of stopping the violence in the community? his movement of being out there hugging the block. Operation Hug the Block, you know? As we want to discuss and talk anything about Operation Hug the Block. And this is what I'm talking about when I say that this people burn people out. When your own son don't big you up on what your operation is, and your operation is actually much more important than building a school for black boys. We talk about protecting those schools that's being trying to be built in the community from being a gun and drug infested war zone where kids are getting shot at the same school they're supposed to be educated at because we ain't hug the block, we ain't protect the block. So it's important and imperative for individuals who want to aid his father, but you want to really keep the feud going on drama and retardation shit and bozo and clown stuff. And what happens? You got the spotlight going all over everywhere else, and the spotlight that needs to be on the main characters is on people who stand at the coffee machine. It's in the back room. It's in the trailer room. The spotlight is focused in the trailer room. What's going on in the trailer room when you took the spotlight off the main characters? And when you do that, it's crash and burn, and people want to retire. This is a very sad situation because I can just imagine all the Jamal Johnsons or Jamila Johnsons across the nation who's having crash and burn and ready to retire because they're seeing so much success of these YouTubers and TikTokers all on the internet world doing a whole bunch of goofy razzle dazzle stuff. Then you have a whole bunch of these leeching people that's out there having great success economically, but yet and still when it comes to really doing the real work that needs to get done, they're not out there. It's just dollar value. So I say this because when you talk about retiring, you talk about a person who's ready to retire, that's a very bad situation. Lenon Honor, the Lenon Honor challenge. I was trying to find he constantly said that he was gone for eight months. He was saying, I was gone from YouTube for 8 months. What you mean you was gone from what you mean you was gone from YouTube for 8 months? You was gone from YouTube doing content. Why? And when you do come back, what are you coming back to do? Put spotlight on individuals because he's such a conspiracy theorist. He don't understand that his conspiracy theory has moved him into another realm that he's constantly putting spotlight on individuals that don't need spotlight right now. When in 8 months, how much research he could have been doing from city to city, state to state, of great organizations, great people doing great things or trying to do great things and trying to come up. You talk about you a family guy. You about building family. Every video that you do has nothing to do about building family. You constantly throw in the air that you're a family guy, but the challenge is for you to prove that you're a family guy. You was off the airs for 8 months. Why are you not focusing on individuals in the community that's doing real great activism work, doing great family work, doing great things from St. Louis to Chicago, from Chicago all the way to California, New York, Boston? Why are you not covering these stories and these people so these people can be getting the aid and the love that they need so they can keep functioning so that they don't have a crash and burn? Understand? But what we do is we constantly take the negative individuals, the demons of the world, and we put the spotlight on the demons of the world. And when we put the spotlight on the demons of the demons of the world reap the benefits, whether it's good or bad. But no matter what, they got the spotlight on them so that it gives them an opportunity to reap benefits. So a lot of times the demons get a lot of monetary gains because a lot of individuals be like, oh, this is what's up, and it's entertaining, and I'm going to donate. I'm going to send this. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. But then the people that needs the support is, like I say, they don't have the spotlight on them, and they have crash or burn because they don't have resources that they need to continue to make the movement happen. So the challenge with Lenon is for you to back off of the goofy shit and spend more time spotlighting the right stuff. But what he did was he disappeared because he realized he couldn't spotlight himself because he had nothing to spotlight of himself. So so you can't spotlight nothing of yourself. The flute game wasn't working where you getting the views. Just spotlight other folks. 25 great organizations that you want the people to focus on. Investigate, research, and show love to. Won't you be the family that you protest to be? Because when we have people crashing and burning, it's because individuals like yourself, individuals like me, GX, and individuals like Cynthia G, individuals like Lord have mercy, whoever's out there that shows so much hatred to one another, that cuts one another's legs down, that don't allow things to grow, that's what we don't need. We just don't need that. We don't need that energy because we don't need no soldier that's this movement, this activism shit for Black power, Black control of your community, and stopping violence. It don't need nobody to fall off the front line right now. We have not reached our goals. We have not come close to reaching the goal. We need everybody to be on this tug of war rope, pulling and pulling, pulling and pulling, pushing and pulling and pulling and pushing. Whatever way you're looking at, tugging and pulling, tugging and pulling. We need on both ends. We need to pull up this mountain. And so anybody who drops off this rope is crucial. It's crucial. It's critical. So we don't need nobody crashing and burning. So right now is in 2024, end the year on getting your mind focused, y'all. Your beautiful imbeciles. All you beautiful imbeciles out there, take these last 2 months to get your minds clearly focused. And if you want to build a Black community, the first thing to do is stop putting spotlight on everything else that has nothing to do with building a Black community. Don't try and say, oh no, what we got to do is we got to identify this. That now, after 4 or 5 years of you doing that, that now has really been that's your game. That's your game. Oh, we gotta identify the grifters and the scammers. If that's what you're going to spend 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years on, but yet still, and you're making money and you're profiting off it. Understand? Once you start profiting off of something that you trying to put a spotlight on and say that what they doing wrong, and you now profiting off of putting a spotlight off of, and you running with that story, you now become the new scammer. So, like I say, going into 2024, you gotta refocus yourself and start putting the spotlight on and the energy on individuals that truly need it, and not the individuals that you say is hurting the community. Because I'm gonna tell you honestly, Umar hurt himself way more than he's hurting the community. Umar's prestige and his value has depleted. His value has depleted. His character has went down. The respect from him is not where it used to be. We all know it. Is he hurting the community? But what's really hurting the community is us not spotlighting those individuals that's really trying to do the real justice and work. That's what's killing the community. Hurting the community, killing the community. We must put the spotlight on that right stuff. So that's how Q Butter started emerging, because people start saying, well, Q Butter's doing the school, Q Butter's doing it, Q Butter's doing it, Q Butter's doing it. But at the same time, Q Butter is doing one thing, but then he's also spotlighting all the wrong energy. And that's why I say we gotta get focused. Spotlighting all the wrong energy, all the dumb energy, all the nonsense stuff. Like I came and I say, yo, y'all had like 800 people in this live just now. You had like 800, 900 people in your live just now. You have a school, you got some big things going on. How much money did you raise in that time of having those people? That shit is church. But because you just talk bozo shit, that was they was there for bozo shit. And those little babies and those kids that you protest, that you here to do, take justice and save and enlighten and educate and give black power to, they suffering because the focus ain't on them. I don't give a flying fuck. If you really look at your, and I'm talking to Q, because this is about everything. This is like crash and burn, because we shifted the energy from like the people shifted energy from Umar because they said Umar's doing wrong. Shift the energy towards Q Butter because Q Butter, he's doing stuff. But then, like I say, at the same time, now we got the spotlight on Q Butter, and now he's he's getting up a little bit more. He's getting more attention, getting more attention. But I'm still saying you spend 16, 11 hours, 24 hours doing your live stream. And when you look at, even though you say this is your personal live stream, that's a lot of hours on your personal life. Whether you hosting it or you part of it, it don't matter, because the energy that they're putting out there, and that they're getting the spotlight, the views and stuff, and whatever in the conversation on, is not making the black community grow. It's nothing but an anchor, and it becomes a bunch of people just battling with brains. It's a battle of minds, and that's not growing the black community. Because I keep seeing that you keep having topics of how the black community is going to grow. That's once again, that's bringing the crash and burn, because when the people sitting there watching it, they sitting there watching for a while. They trying to stick with the conversation, but then at the very end, it's crash and burn, because they're like, yo, this person got 200 people in his live stream, 100 people in his live stream, this and it's nonsense. It's educational nonsense, because the topics are how to move the black community. And yet still this person is out there marching and stumping the yard, hugging the block, hugging the neighborhoods, and not one mention of people like him in that conversation. And this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. How are we going to move the black community forward? First thing first, take the spotlight off of all the goofy shit and put the spotlight on all the real stuff. I mean, take a person, take a little small person like myself, my little business. If the spotlight was on me for like a week, and just seeing the interaction I have with these children and these parents on a daily basis, itself is unbelievable. Itself, just watching in a week is a great sitcom. It's just amazing. But these stories are untold stories, or untold stories of the community. Why? Because they small. They don't have the big audience. But this real stuff that's taking place. When Jamal Johnson was on those streets in City Hall, just because and I mean this though, and I mean this, just because Umar's following is so huge, I don't see how and why Jamal wasn't able to captivate a certain level of respect from that crowd and that audience. And that's because the spotlights be once again on the wrong things. And then they try to say, "Oh, he's trying to steal Umar's spotlight." No, he's not trying to steal Umar's spotlight. He's stomping the yard before he puts his hang before he hangs it all up. He's trying to give it one last run. He felt it was the time. He felt like the wave was big enough, the momentum was going, that a lot of the negative energy that he had with his son could have really went towards, like, no, we got some things going on over here. But the wave, the spotlight could not go on it the right way, because people like Lenon took it and just ran with it for story time, because he's getting economics off of trying to put a negative what's the word, conspiracy on everything, a negative conspiracy on every single thing. That's what that dude Lenon tries to do. But he realized that he is the conspiracy. That's why he's always going to talk about himself. He's going to always throw himself back in there. But he's now saying, "I'm doing so good in my life right now." Nigga, how in the world? It'd be so hard for me to do it live, yo. And I don't work 8 hours a day. I don't work 10 hours a day. I don't work 12 hours a day. Okay. I don't work long hours. I'm not on the job long hours. For a person like Lenon to have 5 kids, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Be a family guy. Supposed to be going to school, supposed to have a job, supposed to be doing all that stuff. How do you know so much about all these YouTube individuals? How in the world do you know so much about these people's lives? How do you get the time to watch their videos? How do you get the time to be able to really, you got to be a very intelligent man for you to be able to digest all of these individuals. Because if you sit there and you watch his live stream, he will mention about like 6 different individuals, and he knows their story. He knows their story. How you know their story? How you have so much time to know their story? And that's because your life is this life, and you playing the fraudulent world, because you acting as if you're really doing the work world. You acting as if you're doing all that stuff, but you're really a YouTuber 1000%. You are online social media head all day long. That's who you are, and your spotlight is on nothing but negative content, because you're such a conspiracy theorist, and you became a conspiracy theorist to your own people, and now you're trying to live on that platform, and you're destroying the energy of individuals that really. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: Jamal Johnson, when it comes to that school, oh, this stupid man, this stupid man, this stupid man, this stupid man. But I'm gonna tell you like this: the stupid man, no matter what, wanted a school. I want a school. I want a business. I want a building. Who don't want a building? Who don't want a factory? So that man wanted a school. So for us to say he didn't want a school, he just wanted to scam people, no, he wanted a school. Because like I said, with the school, he could do a whole lot of stuff, even if it's not teaching. He can do a whole lot of social activities. So he wanted the building. But when you have conspiracy niggers on the sideline coming up with a conspiracy because they need to prove someone wrong, because that's their niche. That's who they are. I can imagine him in junior high school and high school, just on the block in the streets. I just can imagine him growing up around everybody. I got a video. Matter of fact, it's real absolute. I'm playing 2 seconds, and so because I'm bringing it to the Jamal Johnson's retiring because of people like Lenon. Not like I say, people like Lenon. People who spotlight all the wrong energy and we not spotlighting the right things. Crash and burn. But when you make everything conspiracy, and now you see this person, he's coming on, he's talking the talk, he's getting attention, and you don't know him from a home wall. And I still say to this day, the dude really do want to open a school because this is his way of having all the attention in the world, being able to have women all the time. Yes, he wants to open a school, yo. I mean, for y'all not to think that is like kind of silly. He's a perv. That brings nothing but a consistent 10 years of having women coming around him. The only thing is he can't get it done because he came across the wrong situation himself. But not only himself, you guys. So you guys with the wrong energy do a spell on him. He caught the spell and he played with it. He's like he played with the Ouija board, and now he's stuck. But if I'm gonna tell you honest God truth, having Leonard Honor not been a conspiracy theorist person and was just really bigging the situation up. If everybody's bigging the situation up, the school would have been open. It would have been open. But once one bad apple start, putting seeds out there to the other apples, they can become rotten real quick. So when you say like he said like E&J when he was on they said they was supporters, but then they start the whole the stripper situation. The stripper situation made them say I don't know, and this made them say I don't know, and this made them say I don't know. What made you say yes? You know what I'm saying? I want to know what made you folks say I want to support this man. I'm gonna donate to this man. I'm gonna give this man some money. That's what I want to know. What made the people say that? For all those individuals that supported a person like Umar Johnson, I want to know what made you say, I'm going to give my money. I'm going to give money. I'm going to give my support. Then what made you say, I'm going to stop supporting? And that's what I'm saying. That type of spotlight that people put out there is the spotlight. It's a double curse spotlight. Because no matter what I'm going through with him, I'm still say I think he do want to open a school. And it's a way that he can make some bread. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's two things going on here. Do he want to open school? Yes. Do he want to hustle? Yes. Because you can't hustle as you building. Yes. It's just like I say, you folks with the negative spotlights made it that much harder for him to get the hustle going on. Because the way he was trying to hustle, because the way everything was happening, folks, when everything was running smooth, he thought he was going to be able to start planting seeds all over the place, do a whole bunch of this and that and other, because he thought that the river was just going to be flowing. But once y'all starts putting the spotlight and saying that he was living off this, and then everybody started, oh, is he living off this? Technically, he felt, yes, he's supposed to. Because that's in his head. That's the person that you guys had. Once you understand what type of person y'all had, or what type of person you're dealing with, then you understand then you understand what it is. So I'm going back to Jamal. When you don't spotlight a person like Jamal Johnson, who has been a soldier, who's marched, who's been in part of the military, who's been the drill captain, you know, who's been this and been that, and he's not getting the aid and the support that he needs. It's crash and burn. The reason why Umar didn't crash and burn is because he had a lot more resources. Okay, folks? But Umar would have crashed and burned if Umar didn't get that economic love. That economic love allowed Umar to continue on, and because of the economic love that Umar got, pushes Umar and make Umar continue moving and moving and moving. Trust me, if Jamal got a certain type of, I won't even say economics, but I'll say that if Jamal would have got a certain level of boots on the streets with him, Jamal would still be out there stumping the streets really, really, really hard. And I take blame. Haven't I went out there like 3 times and hugged the block with them? And it's real talk. If I hugged the block with them 3 more times, he wouldn't have been talking retirement that much. If I camped out or came out there and dropped, well, I came out there one time and dropped something off, but you know he was I put him too late. He was about to bounce. But if I was out there when he was out there camping a couple of times, it would have gave him more fuel and energy. If 4 more people was out there with him, a few more times, it would give him more fuel and energy. You understand what I'm saying? Fuel and energy is needed for a person not to crash or burn. That's the only reason why Umar Johnson did not crash or burn, because when you got a person receiving finances, they're not going to crash and burn that easy. Especially when they waking up and they see on their phone they have finances. Their crash and burn is like, I think I can do this again. I think I can do this again. Okay, folks? So stop spotlighting wrong entities. Stop spotlighting the wrong energy, because the people who needs the spotlight don't want to retire. They don't want to crash and burn. They still want to be on the front line, folks. They still want to be part of it. They hate to be on the sideline watching because they crash and burn. They say, well, nah, I'm retired. I ain't got the energy for this. But still, they paying attention to it. You still paying attention to it because you want in. You just burnt out. Burnt out. I received a message this girl, my mind's everywhere right now. The girl said to Lenon, she said, she's 25 years of age, you know, and she looks up to you. She looks up to Lenon on it. I don't know why she looks up to me. See, this makes me sick to my stomach. This is embarrassing when our people don't really have. She says she don't have a father figure. She looks up to Lenon on. How the fuck you look up to Lenon on? What is it to look? He's a conspiracy theorist who now say my black people is my new conspiracy that I'm gonna conspire on all day long and make a living off of. And you say that you look up to that. We set our standards very low. It's embarrassing. He said he's a family guy. He's nothing about family building. Family building will get the views, folks. Will get the views and get people say, I look up to you, is promoting that demonic shit, because a lot of people's minds is broken. So at the 25 years of age, that person's mind is already broken because she don't have that other half. She needs that father figure. So once you don't have the other half, you broken. It's easily tainted with evil spirits. So you will levitate to a negative energy person like him, who fraudulently said he's family guy, but when you look at everything, it's not about family guy at all. You say your wife, your kids all day long, but yet and still, if you're not, if you, and you could say that you was part of this, and you was part of that, I'm gonna let him talk for himself. What he was doing in 25, 25 years, he was a musician and this, then he got into the conspiracy theory thing, and he was into this and he was into that. He's very knowledgeable. He's not like he just talked from reading stuff. He was involved with some things. He's funny because, like I say, for you now to back down and become just a conspiracy theorist on your own people, and you still profess to be a family guy, what family guy stuff are you putting out there? Nothing. Because you can't. Because from 25 to 35, from the age of 25 to 35, all he was doing was indulging in conspiracy theory stuff, playing music, and making babies, and rebelling from the system. Okay, so when you can, he rebelled from the system. 38, 39, he rebelled from the system. It wasn't until men online who started attacking him back and checking him made him get G checked. He got G checked by the YouTubers. It made him say, I gotta get my shit together because I am making a living talking about this dude Umar, but I did play myself for 20 years of my life. Got all these babies, ain't got nothing to show for it. But I still can be me, who I am. I'm a conspirer. I can keep building conspiracies, and now I got new blood, and I got following. So I can make a living doing this right here. And once again, those people who are broken on the inside, they will levitate to stuff like this, and they follow it, and they think that this is a person to look up to. There's nothing to look up to of that man. Except for if you want to look up to him on the way he can hold the way he conducts his. If you respect the way he handled his YouTube channel, that's one thing. But to say you look up to him, that's crazy. Let me just go to that video real quick. Take 2 seconds off. Let me take 2 seconds off of me real quick. Oops. All right, folks, I'm gonna go to this video. I'm gonna share this real quick because this young lady, because we spotlight the wrong individual. Like once again, Lenon gets spotlight. He gets spotlight attention. 8,000 views on the video of him talking about old stuff, and then you got people saying they look up to him. Let me pull this up here. I'm gonna spotlight this for 2 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna put this on spotlight. You ready, folks? Okay, so let me. Hopefully, it comes out clear.
I was probably about and yeah, 25. I was living in Gonzales. Off topic, but I am 25 and grew up without a father figure and look up to you a lot. Can you talk about what life looked like for you when you were 25? Yeah, I sure can.
Now, me personally, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna set this up though. When I was watching this, I said, "Damn, this person gave 10 hours to ask that question." In my head, there's a piece of me that thinks that that is actually Umar Johnson supporting. Okay, who paid attention to the Leonard Honest whole episode and story, and found laughter in this right here, because me personally, Lenon is such a goofball that he don't really get a lot of little things, and he don't know how people be playing him sometimes, because he's not really he's not he can't tie things together that fast. But this is a setup question to embarrass you. Once again, this is an embarrassment on your behalf. They ask you, what was it like for your 25? Maybe this person is really hurting right now, but or maybe don't know nothing about this guy and truly looking up to this guy. But to say I'm 25, I look up to you. I don't have a father figure, and I look up to you. What was life like for you at the age 25? They must really don't know this man's story. So that if you don't even know his story, how are you looking up to him? If you don't know this man's story, you don't know nothing about the man's background, and he exposed himself. That's what I'm saying. This, I think, is a setup, because this is the reason why he disappeared. Because when he did that story on when he did that interview on Information Man, something like that channel, whatever that's that, he kind of looked stupid. His cards really was played. And when he replayed, then that's when he started, I'm gonna start telling my life story. He thought he can get away with that, but it didn't work. Then he started realizing, nah, this ain't gonna work. So that's why now he slaps himself he slaps himself on the face now, just to brush it off, like I wasted my life. But look at me now. Thanks to you folks, you saved me, because the spotlight was on me. I came in, I took the spotlight off of Umar, and I put it on me, and the spotlight that I put on Umar was a negative spotlight, but the spotlight that came shine back on me made me go into a hole for 8 months of embarrassment. How's that IT going? How is that IT going? I don't know. What is, like I said, what's going on with all that schooling work, all that schooling that he did? Where's the job from it? What's the progression from that? Like, what's the progression? I mean, I don't know. He did like 2 videos. If I was to skim through those videos, can someone tell me what the progression of all that training, that schoolwork that he did, all that? I graduated. Celebrations, a party. I graduated. Eight months done went by. What's the success? What's the success story of your employment? So another chick came on deck and she said that she just got her IT, and then he said, "Good for you." And he started sipping something like, "I ain't doing shit with mine." Like there's no conversation on that. So I'm like, y'all not paying attention though. Y'all not paying attention. He said, "Good for you." I don't pay attention to the whole story like that, so I don't know what's going on with all that schoolwork that he did and the job and all that stuff. Is he employed from the IT? Do we have permanent? We have a permanent position from the school. He went to school for free. You folks supported him. He boasted about it. He took the spotlight off of Umar's success, and he said, "Well, look at me. If I could do it, you could do it. You can do something with yourself too. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me." What progression has he had from that schooling? What progression? And watch my words, folks. Oh, I'm gonna use a word. What progression did he get from that white piece of paper? From that white man's piece of paper? What progression did he get? Do we have a 80, 90, $100,000 job that had him really off the grid for 8 months because he just been overwhelmed with work? But what I heard is he's going to be back doing shows 3 times a week, maybe 5. He's going to do shows on Polite, a couple more on Umar. He said someone else, I can't remember. Like, yo, what's the employment? What's the Family Guy situation? What's the Family Guy situation? Oh, but he said we still got stroke. What is the Family Guy situation? Boast and brag on that, my nigga. You was talking, you was boasting about your grades. You was boasting about how you averaging an A minus or A, whatever case may be. Boast about the employment that you got from the degree. You had the hookup for 3 years. The people was giving you the finance that you need so that you can be comfortable while you was going to school, while you were doing the schooling. I know you wasn't going to no real school. You were doing online school. You wasn't taking your ass to no campus and sitting in no campus. You wasn't doing that. You was doing online. This is amazing. So once again, Jamal Johnson said that he's going to retire. I remember my homeboy Larry from he said that to me as well. You know, he said he's retired. I'm retired. Nah, you still got community service, homeboy. I mean, let me just go. I'm just gonna, because I want y'all to understand that I'm not just making stuff up. It kind of disturbed me. It disturbed me because I take a little bit of blame to it. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, because when you talk the talk, you should also walk the walk. And I should have been out there walking the streets a little bit more. But I'm gonna tell you 100%. That's not my battle. Okay, even that word, the way I worded that didn't come out right. Okay, that is a battle, but that's not my ultimate war. The ultimate war is to figure out what's going to stop that. Not me taking the energy and time out trying to put a spotlight on it. We already know that we've been did that. Mine is to figure out what is it going to take to really eradicate it. And how do you eradicate it? That's what the people don't know what to do. So what they think they need to do is just go out there and spend so much energy that's going to burn them out, or trying to get the people. Dude, don't you know that these wicked ass mothers are raising these wicked ass children? Don't you know these wicked ass fathers are raising these wicked ass children? So to be hugging the block of wickedness is a waste of time. So when I say it's not my battle, it's like once you figure it out, you be like, okay, that you burnt out. You got retired because you was fighting an old war with old tactics. That's why you're burnt out. Okay? The root of defeating this violence is to control, control, control. Okay, folks? You have to be in control of things. Control, control, control. That's how you stop the violence. You have to control the violence. And now, how do you get control? And that's where you at. How do you get control of what makes things violent? Well, first thing you do, you occupy the mind of the individuals, because it's the people. Okay, we talk about people. So once you occupy, control the minds. Once you occupy and control the minds of the people, then you can stop the violence, because you control the violence. You can make the violence happen when you want to. You can make the violence stop when you want it. And how do you do that? One is with fear. Another is with love. Fear and love got to be combined to control the situation. That's why you got to get the fathers back into the household, and you got to get the fathers back with their right minds, because the fathers brought fear in the household, and they also brought love in the household. So that's the thing. That's the way you control the violence, by having the right fathers in the household, having fathers in the household, period, and then having the right fatherhood in the community. That's the way you end the violence. We need a fear factor, a loving fear factor in our communities. But y'all don't get it, because you think it's all about being smarter than one another. That's how you're going to build a black community. No, we have to have a certain level of fear in our black community. The black community don't have no fear nothing nowadays. And the fear is actually word, is the wrong word, but I like the word right now. But the other word is respect. So if you don't like the word fear, the black community have to have a certain level of respect, a high level of respect for something. It's because you have so many people who talk about they Pan-Africans and they also atheists. So because they don't respect anything else except for science, and then you have them being spotlighted on. Once again, I'm going back to it. And then they don't have no fear of a higher being, God. Once you don't have no fear of that, you fearless of everything. You don't respect nothing. And that's what happened. So respect has to be back into the community. And the way you get respect in the community, a lot of times you get it through fear. You want the violence to end? We need more of fearful individuals in the community that have control of the community, that have control of households. We're going out there and marching and protesting and thinking that some white guy is going to sign some bill and pass some law and sign some money and put some money over here and shuffle over there. If you think that's going to make the violence stop, go and lay in your own coffin. Dig your grave, put the dirt over you, and write your own signature on your fucking coffin before you disappear, because you're already dead. That's not going to work. So if you want to retire because of that, you burnt yourself out, homie. And if you think I'm really going to participate with that, I ain't got the time. I got to make me some bread, because I got to survive in this crazy ass world this white man got me living in, where I got to fucking pay $800 for some food. But when you're ready to really make a change, and ready to organize, and ready to start shaking these men and people and going to them face to face and really getting them and being part of it, then it's time to organize that. But people just going to be looking from the sideline like, oh, what they doing? And then it's just going to be a routine. Oh, that's them. They march to stop that violence. But if you're not willing to go up there on Broadway and these major streets and talk to these guys who have control of the block and get them to be involved with the next time you go out there, have them really be involved. Otherwise, they can't be on the goddamn block. See, I'm with that. If you're ready to do that, with that. If you just want to march around and talk around and be on the blowhorn and say, we need to be in control. If you ready, but if you're ready to really go up there and be like, yo, who block is this? No, like, who block is this? Yo, this is what we need right now. We putting together a blueprint where we're going to control the community better. If you ain't ready to have that type of conversation, then we wasting time. And you'd be surprised that the cats on the block is to have an open ear for that conversation. And even if they don't have an open ear, if you do it the correct way, they'll have two open ears because they have no choice but to hear what you're saying. But that's what we have to do. If we're not ready to knock right directly on the door of what's in control of the violence, if we're not ready to go right up into the churches and deal with the service there, if we're not willing to go right up into the schools and deal with the service right there because that's where your parents are, it's like there's a lot of wasted time moving around. You have enough schools to go to, and they get out at 2:30, 3 o'clock. Talk to these parents right there. Every day for a week. Have a rally at one school. Have a rally in the next school. Because that's where these little trifling ass parents are. You don't have to be burnt out if you change up the tactics and hit it where it hurts. Right there in their face. A group of them. Target the school, you get there at that school, and you beat in their heads right there at their school. They picking up their child and they say, Mommy, oh, he talking about, oh, I know that kid. That's what happened when I pulled up. I shot 3 kids off they was walking the block, told them come over here. They came on deck when I was at Jamal Johnson, one of his rallies, told them and they said, oh, we know the kid who got killed. And they spoke from their hearts. So get up to these schools, change up your tactics. You have a lot of schools in the city, homie. Change your tactics. You don't have to march and walk all over the place. Go to these schools and talk directly to these parents as they picking up their kids. And I'm talking about because they be out there in front of their school. They get there early. You get there earlier. You make that become your rally spot. You force them. Like I say, once you're ready to take control, it's about right now controlling the minds of the people. Because if you allow the people just to be what they want to be, they are trifling, not disrespectful individuals who don't give a fuck. That's who the people really are. But if you're chosen, you chose to be a leader, you must understand that you are designed to control the minds of the people. And hey, folks, if you're not in the leadership position and you're not chosen, if you don't believe you're chosen, then you must follow. That's that. That's the way it works. So let me drop this video real quick. My bad. I was yapping.
25. I was living in.
As you see, it's a off topic.
Grew up without a father figure, and thanks, Billie Jean. All right, thanks for the super chat, and then Mariposa Gonzalez. I'll say it again, Mariposa Gonzalez. Off topic, but I am 25 and grew up without a father figure and look up to you a lot. Can you talk about what life looked like for you when you were 25? Yeah, I sure can. 25, I was living in Oakland, California. It was in Oakland Hills. You go down the hill and it's hood. And I was living with the band manager for a band that I was playing with, and I actually played in the band while I was still in college. I think I was probably about 18, 19, 20. I want to say probably 21, maybe 22 when I first started playing. They would fly me out there and I would perform. It was an international type of configuration because they had people from different. Well, yeah, one of the people was from China. It was a young lady. She's an Erhu player. She was really good. She was like internationally renowned. There was a pianist who was his name was John James. There was a bassist. He was based out there in Oakland. Was a brother, and then the drummer was a well-known drummer out there in the Bay Area, jazz drummer. And I think, and Tavis, what was his name? Oh man, he rest in peace. Chestnut? No, not Chestnut.
I was lost even then. So he's very transparent. His words is just what it is. I was lost even then, meaning that he was lost even now. You know what I'm saying? He was lost then as he was lost now. So she's looking up to a person who's just been lost all the way through because he's been so focused on conspiring, being a conspiracy theorist, a musician, entertainer. His head is he got a swole head because he said that he used to get flown from here to there, you know, just to play the music. And a lot of musicians, their head is already big, so you think he got a big ego, and now he's a conspiracy theorist with a big ego in the young kid. So he's a hot mess. Hot mess. Okay, so now this is a reason why I put this on. I had to put this in the segment because you folks really got a spotlight on this man. And if you listen to him from his youth, from 21 all the way to just recently, he's been lost. And if it wasn't for his wife, there's no telling what would happen to him. So he is a complete beta dude. His wife saved him from total destruction, or from himself. And he's a conspiracy thinker, 100%. So when you are that, he has his own little, he has a spell on himself. And he's casting a spell, which is the spotlight of negative energy on the wrong things. Trust me, and I'm telling you this, folks. This is what makes people crash and burn. Sorry. All right, so now bust this. Like we just said was when we talk about crash and burn. I was talking about Jamal Johnson, crash and burn, because your tactics. We need the father figures. This girl said she didn't have a father figure in her life. His father figure wasn't around the right way, and he said he needed guidance. For a community to be strong, they need the proper guidance. For you to eradicate the violence, you need the proper guidance. You need the proper people being in control. Otherwise, you're gonna be lost. You're gonna be lost, and then you're gonna be looking up to wrong individuals. And to this day, he moves the same way. To this day, he's the same. He's same. We got to get the spotlight off of the wrong energy, folks, because we don't need those individuals who are warriors, who's willing to fight, who's willing to be on the front lines. We don't need them to say they're retiring. That's not cool. When you have individuals like this who's getting $10 just to tell a person what they was going, what type of life they lived at, like when they was at the age of 25. When you listen to their story, like, oh yeah, no, I mean he's gonna say something even deeper. Now put that out there for you folks, because like I say, now look at, oh man, I don't know why you got the video down. I don't know how that happened. I don't know why I'm looking at my face and I don't see the video at the stage. Oh, there we go. My bad. All right, so look at his setting now. This is a completely different setting. Looks a little bit different, unless I don't know if he moved. I don't know what it is. Got the new piano there. You got the lights. You got the whole different setting, right? This is a whole completely different new setting right here, and that's all because he had the spotlight on him, and the people gave him donations, and changed his whole world. Just imagine individuals that's really out there got the funding that's needed so that they could do the work that they really need to do. They won't be crashing and burning. I wanted, like I say, I want to know what's making Jamal Johnson decide that he's ready to retire. I hope he's not sick. You know what I'm saying? I hope he's not sick. Hope he's all in good health. But this is not something that just, I mean, like I said, I hope he's not sick. But I'm trying to find this text message that I received. I'm not going to go through all my next messages. It was like I wanted to look at the. It was a trail. I could see that he was talking. And I could see that he was like, "Yo, this is it." Let's see the text messages. It's so weird. I don't know. Okay, I think this is it. Yeah, okay. Here. All right. Now he sent me something. He sent me because, like I said, I've been talking. He sent me several things. I mean, this man's been working. Let me read this. It says, over 77 nights over 77 nights we will be present at Philadelphia's 77 neighborhoods with the most homicides since 2015. Will you join us? Operation Hug the Block. Okay. Let me take this off the screen real quick. Damn it. Damn it. Okay, so I'm not going to show y'all. It's not meant for me to show you, so. But, yeah, it's not meant for me to show you because I don't want his telephone number to be seen. But, okay, so that's the right there. I mean, I can show you several messages. Okay, good morning. We are okay. I had just missed this one. I was upset about this. I just missed this one. See little boys out there? See little boys out there? Let me see if I can. Hold on, I'm gonna try and cover the telephone number with something. If I can find some tape, because I want you to really get a good look at these pictures. Because this is. Stop killing. You see the kids out here? Uber. Okay. See the kids out there, Umar? There's Jamal right there. See the kids? See the boys? That was back. That picture was July 8th. Okay, that was July 8th. And that right there was July 8th. That was for what was this event? It was killing. It was we must put boots on the ground. The future's diminishing. We need our men to step up and help save our women and kids, young boys, teens. That was Saturday, Broad Street. Okay, there was a march from Broad Street Saturday. All right, that was July. Here's another one. This event was July 10th. like I said, it's consistent. Boom, 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 boom. Now you gotta remember, July. This is me working. This is my working season, so it's really hard for me to get to a lot of stuff. But you know, that's not an excuse for us. We can't use work as an excuse for us not to handle our real community business, because we got work in our personal lives, and then we have our overall duties, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. They try to say family comes first. Yeah, family comes first. So it's work and family and work. But no matter what, there's always that third component that is an obligation, that's a duty, and that is the community in which you live. You are obligated, folks. We are obligated to participate in the community. And those who don't feel obligated must be in control. They must be controlled. Those who don't feel they are obligated, don't have no hands in, must be controlled, because it is part three. It's family, work, and it's the community, folks. And for all those who really know, it's also God. But that's family. It's God, family, work, and your community. But that's very important for us to understand. So this man, I'm just trying to get down to some text. I'm setting it up because he's been hitting me with several things. And this is this year. I mean, I can scroll it back all the way to 2021. You know what I'm saying? I can scroll all the way to 2021, folks. But then I received another message. He asked me, was I coming out to another event? This is in August. I didn't make it out. I sent him this. I said I will try. And then I said, what's the location? This was on. Oh, damn. This was on Kensington, whatever that word is. Kensington, the bad area, Kensington and Clearfield. So that's where he was at. Anybody who knows that area, you know, their dope fiends be all leaned up all over there. It's crazy over there. So he was over there. Oh. Yo, folks, I just seen something. I mean, this is embarrassing, okay? Let me see. Because I got so much stuff from him. I got to show you this one. Okay. Damn it, yo. If I do this one more time, I'm going to kick myself in the head. Okay. Cover that. So now look, this is the one I'm just looking at. 77 blocks in Philly have had 10 or more shootings since 2015. 77 nights in blah, 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 blah. Okay, so for August 22nd to November 7th. He said he's retiring November 7th. So what he got coming up? Okay, so now let's see. Okay, I gotta get out there, folks. Okay, I'm live with y'all right now. And before this man retires, I gotta make sure I get out there. So that was, he sent me that one September 12th. Okay, that was September 12th. Y'all think y'all really, yo, I swear y'all, I'm not lying. I really don't be with my phone like that. Oh, okay. This is what I was looking at. Y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all seen it too, because this. Okay. I got covered this. I'm gonna cover it with a tornado. Okay, so look. This is deep right here. And this is not like it's really anything new, because he posted this himself. So he just sent it to me on the phone because I don't see it. So now check this out. Operation Hug the Block will be my swan song as I pass the torch of anti-gun violence efforts onto the younger, passionate, and like-minded activists. More information coming. Okay, folks. So he told the folks he's passing the torch. And why? Because, like I said, burnt out. That was posted. He sent me that October 1st. All right. That was October 16th. And then as of October 19th, he says, I'm done as of November 7th. He's done. Homeboy, I don't think there's another person that's going to pick up the energy. Well, folks, he wants to retire. It's like he's just getting it started. You know what I'm saying? I mean, matter of fact, let me scroll all the way down. Let me scroll all the way back to the beginning. I got all the way back. My date goes to December 7th, 2020. Okay. So don't think I'm just talking. My date go back to December 7th, 2020 of conversation with this man. Let me cover this so you can see. December 7th, 2020. And that was me. That was first one. Don't know. This is Don now. Okay. So I say that because I'm not just talking off of like what I'm looking at like off of Facebook. I'm not Facebook conversating. I'm actually having conversation directly from him. And if I'm saying something to you guys, it's like not something I've seen, it's something I've heard directly from him. So how do you just stop? That was October 19th or something like that when you just did that, or 18th, something like that. And then you said you're gonna retire. You can't retire. I'm sorry, Jay. Jamal, you can't retire, homie. Because we still need you. And so therefore it's important for us to really get a spotlight on his campaign. He needs the funds. They need tons of funds because there's unlimited boots that need to be filled. It's 1,000 pair of boots that's needed, 1,000 vests that's needed. Understand what I'm saying? We need coats, because if they're gonna be out there in these streets and going through these streets in the wintertime, and like I say, if they are ready to really be up in the face of the people, and as you see, I believe he's willing to be in the face of the people. He just needs more real men to have his back. And as you see, it's been growing. I know for a fact it's growing. I know for a Philly fact it's growing. From the time of him. Matter of fact, let me scroll through it for you. Let me see if I can scroll through it. Damn it. Okay, so let me see. Because that was December. So that's when he was doing that I want to know when he started doing the little hunger strike. Oh, okay. So January 15th, I was speaking to him, and that was the day he did something already. I was there because I asked him. I was like, "Yo, where was you?" Because I pulled up. I didn't see him. They marched. Okay. Okay. So since January 2020, he's been out active. And as of November 2023, he want to deactivate everything that he's been putting forth. I don't know. You need to sit down with your son and get a little bowl of what's the word? The word's not really coming to my mouth, and it's a different word. It was consistency. You gotta be more consistent, because I'm willing to get out there. I want to be out there. I want to be out there full fledged. I mean, I really have a plan for the whole thing. That's why I want to do something. I really have a plan for the whole operation. You know what I'm saying? Hug the block. We got to really hug the block. I mean, this is what I want to do. It's just that real life have motherfuckers entangled, yo. And they can't get out there to really do their obligation duties. Trust me, man. We got to get out there. No, you can't retire, homie. Your son want to build a school. We need to hug the block. We need to control the block. We need to control the block. Nah, with that, control the block is more important than opening the school. I'm serious. I told y'all once I was seen, I said, "Oh, actually, Jamal is important." And for him to be tired and be like ready, he to dead it. No, folks. So I insist that all you folks encourage that man that as of November 17th, November 7th, he cannot retire. He has to go forward. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to retire on the anniversary of your first day of being out there in the cold. But November 7th, what's the significance of November 7th? Retire on the anniversary of you sitting out there in front of City Hall. I can give you more respect that date. What is that, November 7th, your birthday or some shit? No, you can't retire November 7th. Sorry, homeboy. Yeah, you got to do another march. Just back in the same neighborhood where they had the shooting in 56 in Chester, where that dude came out there, that mass shooting. They just had a guy out there, he raped 4 girls. Nah, we got to hug the block. We really got to be out there. That's why it's important for you to lead this campaign, because there's some things that's coming your way. The blessing is about to come now. So what we gotta do is get all these little knuckleheads like Lenon on it to stop spotlighting the dumb shit. We need to really start spotlighting the real work that's being done out here, and the real people that's out here really, really, truly working, and not working because they want views and clicks and likes, and they want cash app donations, but they really. And I ain't talking about just Jamal. I mean Omar. I'm talking about all these folks out here. It disgusts me with the way everybody just being cash app whores. But for those people who's really out here doing the labor with the love, we gotta fuel them. We gotta give them what they need. They need the fuel. They need the help. They need the assistance. They need the hands. At least I went out there a few times. You know what I'm saying, Brother Jay? I was out a couple of times. It was just hard for me to keep up because I don't be keeping up with my phone, yo. I just fixed the phone, and look, I broke the phone again. I just fixed the phone and tearing it up again. Okay? The phone makes me sick. I try to stay away from it. It costs me too much. And it's not like it's ringing off the hook and making me mad dough. So I apologize for not being out there the way I really should have been. I'm just struggling. I hate struggling. I hate struggling. I hate not having. I hate not having a little bit of a bill in my pocket. I hate not having that. I hate being broke. But I hate missing things I won't really want to participate in. And so we can't allow you to disappear that fast. So November 7th. So what's the next event? Y'all hit me up. Let me know what's the next event that I must be at. Let me see. Let me check my phone. So I guess I gotta go to this thing right here, right? Get more. Okay, so let's do that real quick. Okay, let's go to this real quick, right? We're all gonna go to this real quick. Let's go to phillytroops.com. See when the next event's coming up. Okay, phillytroops.com. Let me go check that out real quick. phillytroops.com. What's coming up? phillytroops.com. I didn't say truth. I said truce. phillytroops.com. You did truth again. Let's see what this is about. phillytroops.com. Okay, I went to the cookie. Okay. Operation Hug the Block. 11 weeks of relentless community engagement, setting the tone for our 100th mayor to prioritize the people. Okay. See the words. See. That's why I fucked with him. See, the mayor's in control, right? So prioritize the people. Okay. We got to prioritize the people. Get these people in control. But we don't need the mayor to do it. We as men have to do it in our communities. Excessive Force Task Force. That's what I present to him. So that's that. Okay, so I'm going to show you one more time. See, I'm going to drop the phone out of my hand just now. Operation Hug the Block. 11 weeks of relentless community engagement, setting the tone for our 100th mayor to prioritize the people. I love words. What does prioritize mean?
Here's the definition of prioritize: designate or treat something as more important than other things.
Designate or treat something as more important than other things. Determine the order for dealing with a series of items, okay? What does it mean when, okay, I like to, what does it mean when someone is prioritized? To arrange an order of importance so you can deal with the most important things before the others, okay? Like I say, we got to control the minds of the people because the people don't know how to prioritize themselves. You have to prioritize in this job because you can't do everything. Okay. Okay. So he said the same thing to me. I said control though. I said you might not like the word I'm gonna use. I said I'm gonna use the word control. He was nice. He said prioritize. See, these people much nicer than me. They're so much nicer than me. Okay, so now, damn, I wanna for the Truth Foundation. This website uses cookies. We decline. Sign up. Let me see. Don't press sign up and see what we do when we say sign up. Operation Hug the Block. 77 nights on the most violence impacted blocks. Damn, I really want to get out there. I ain't gonna lie. I just ain't, yo, I'll be so tired, yo. I'll be on my feet, yo. I'll be like, yo, dog, man. We doing what? Oh, man, where's the scooter? We do not need to know your name. We ask for your phone. Okay. Well, when's the next block they're gonna be on? That's what I want to know. Where's the next movement? You know, this was so, it's so sad because I mean it's in their hearts. They really want to make this happen. You know what I'm saying? These people really want to make this happen. All right, so let me show you progress. Our mission is to make every community functional, meeting dysfunctional communities with, where they are most likely to underserve. Okay, I'm just putting out there in their neighborhoods and schools. Putting a lot of energy into this stuff. But where's the next event? Okay. Well, I mean, they trying. Here's a picture. No one's coming to save us. We need to work together more often. We're the solution. You know what I'm saying? Now this one, okay. Now look, it's supposed to be like 5,000 hearts, but we spotlighting the wrong thing. Okay, but we spotlighting the wrong thing. So the Lenon Honor challenge is for you to find 25 organizations to spotlight. We don't need to spotlight Polite. We don't need to spotlight Uma. We don't need to spotlight this guy and that guy. Spotlight organizations that need the help because they out there doing the work. So hold on. So you such a conspiracy theorist. Philly Truce. They scammers too, right? These men are all scamming too, right? They're just trying to get some funds, right? Operation Hug the Block, you saying is a scam too, right? I like these things, man. I like these things. Help these situations get the funds that they need. But nah, this ain't funny enough. There's no humor in this. There's no humor in this, right? There's nothing funny about this. So now we can't give no money to this. I can't give $20 to this because what the super chat gonna be? Anytime you have an opportunity to make a difference in this world and you don't, then you are wasting your time on earth. Roberto Clemente. This is why we don't now look. If I didn't know Jamal and Jamal didn't text me this, I wouldn't be able to give you this information. Let you know that there are people out here really focused on doing these things, making a change. See some statistics. Why not today? We're decades in with the cycle of violent conflict resolutions. Homicide. Just killing ourselves. We just hateful. All right, folks. So that was just a little bit of well, let's see this real quick. Let me see this one last thing. I was about to shut that down, but I came across a little video. Let's see, give it some spotlight.
Yeah, right now we are near 8th and Clearfield, and we are with the volunteers from the Hug the Block operation. They've been on dangerous street corners in the city of Philadelphia for the last 2 weeks. They will continue this operation 63 more days. You can see them behind me right there. They have megaphones. They patrol every hour on the hour, yelling messages throughout the neighborhood. Of course, we talk to them about what they would like to see, and then next police commissioner.
People seeing us out there in their communities, we saying the Philly Truce Pledge. This is my community. I'm responsible for what happens here.
Just hours before they left for their Hug the Block operation, we talked with Philly Truce and anti-violence activist Jamal Johnson. They had their own thoughts on who they'd like to see become the city's next police commissioner.
I'm not have a preference of color. or gender. I just want somebody that can get it done.
Tonight they hit 8th and Clearfield after learning Police Commissioner Danielle Outlaw is stepping down. For 77 straight days leading up to the mayoral election, volunteers are patrolling Philadelphia's most dangerous street corners.
We need somebody that climbs through the ranks and knows these streets for sure, in my opinion.
So back out here live, you can see one of the leaders of Holy Truth right here, still screaming out his message. They will be out here, like I said, for the next 63 nights. They will be out here specifically until 4 in the morning. For now, we're live near 8th and Clearfield. Aaron Baskerville, NBC 10 News.
So once again, do you see Q Butter School making NBC News, ABC News, CBS News? Do you see Jamal Johnson School making NBC News? Not Jamal, but Umar Johnson School? No. But Jamal Johnson, I can keep showing you stuff. He's always in the news. Why is he always in the news? Because he's doing shit that actually really do work. I mean, that actually really is needed. It's a must. I'm gonna show you. Okay, real quick, so y'all can really know I'm not. When I say I'm not bull crapping, I'm not bull crapping. Watch this, folks. Watch this. Oh. I'll be right with you in 2 seconds. I just want to grab something. Doing a live so y'all know. That sucks. Bust me. So y'all know that Don don't be bullcrapping. I know y'all didn't know that Don don't be bullcrapping. Okay, what the hell happened? Start to. See? Multi-directional tripod work light. Brand new. I bought this for the hug block operation because he said that we're going to be posted up on corners. You know what I'm saying? And keeping the spotlight on shit. So I bought that. Just haven't been able to get out there to really put in operation. And because I had to get the inverter. And I was trying to get the money up for the inverter because we're going to need the inverter. And so I got the inverter, the battery, spent almost $1,000 for that. So I had to make back that money. So I hate being broke because they're always trying to just get back the money, and then you don't go out there and do the things that you need to do. So I got the spotlight because he said we're gonna be on the corner. He said we're gonna be on the corner. You know what I'm saying? So I got the spotlight. I got it. And tripod, spotlight. You know what I'm saying, folks? Got that. Once again, brand new. Because we're going to hug the block. It's just that I've been a piece of shit. And not being responsible. No excuse. No excuse. So I apologize. That's all I can say. Apologize for not being out there.
At this 5 o'clock hour, police say an armed robbery at a food market ended with an employee killing the would-be robber.
All right, let's get out to Marcus.
Hey, folks, I wanted to go through what I'm talking about. I'm talking about him Operation Hug the Block, him Operation Now My Watch. You know what I'm saying? this operation of really trying to put a path out there for putting helping aid and heal this violence that we have in our community by one being out there. Okay. See, okay, there we go. Operation Hug the Cup. The supplies. Okay. It's the donation cups. They need cups, you know what I'm saying? They out there in the streets, you know what I'm saying? They need coffee. But nah, y'all giving donations to cats. I'm not going to be so harsh, but you're giving donations to these individuals who's driving up to the school to say, look, the school's not being open yet. It's not. I told you. Why? I came and told you the school's not going to open until I get my money. Did y'all hear me say I got my money? I didn't get my money yet. School can't open. I told you that. Thought I was playing. Stay focused with me. I told y'all I was the operation. Let's get the funds together because that big school wasn't going to open. It's like y'all not listening. If we would have stayed focused with what came forth and with this real story, this Umar Johnson FDMG situation would be on a higher level. But we want to spotlight, then we want to put the spotlight here and there and all over there and then be spotlighting all the wrong stuff. We missed the ball. And then you have organizations, you have people who are out there forming movements, and they got cups saying they need donations. And then you guys are giving $50, $100, and $50, $200 here, and $500 here to assholes. And then you're giving it to families who don't need it. Hug the cup, folks. Jamal again. It says community leaders hope to set the tone for the 100th mayor with 77 nights of peace patrol. Okay, community leaders. So you going to step down as a community leader, Jamal? Huh? And you think someone else is going to become that community leader? Nah, you guys, that's your position, kid. Sorry. That's your position. You're going to stay hugging the block. You're going to stay hugging the block. For the last 50 years, Philadelphia has averaged 350 homicides per year. Look. I told y'all when I first came in this room, on our first night, I was sitting on the edge of the bed. I was sitting right here. I had my coat on still. I was sitting, and next thing you know, you heard pop, 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 drop to the floor. I was like, yo. I was on the floor. Yo, what the, yo. On the floor like this. Went to the window. Yo, what the fuck? That was my first night in this house. Since I've been living on this in this crib, over 10 people done died in this neighborhood that I know of. Okay, maybe didn't die. 10 people were shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people died that I know of. Not that I know, but that the situation I know of. 5 people died in this neighborhood. And I'm talking about in less than a 5-block walk. So Jamal Johnson talked about he want to build a school for black boys. Nigga, please. What was that? What was that? Damn, I was just looking at. Education is not the main number one answer if it's not the right education. I asked this little kid, I said, like, if we was to start a school, what would you want to be taught? And we decided that we wasn't going to teach the regular lessons. What would you want? He says, I want you to teach me this what it takes to. He said something about your body. Okay, something about your body. So he basically said health. But do you see this? For the last 50 years, Philadelphia has averaged 350 homicides per year. At least 85% of all shooters and victims have been black. 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 Right? We don't need no schools. The institution that we need is an institution to for the whole constitution that the body can hold. The institution that your body is an institution. We need to heal the body of our people. Okay. Now I did that for you guys to know that this is the work that Jamal is on. Okay, this is the work that Jamal's on. These are the people that he's associated with, the organization. Damn it, why don't just do that? The organization that he's associated with, the movement that he kicked off something, and he's a forefront person. I'm gonna show you one last picture that I just seen. And yo, folks, this is the first time I'm going through this. Okay, so I'm going through this for the first time with you. That's Philly Truth. Okay, see the boys? And of course, this program probably is funded, by some city funding. Of course. But so what? We sit back and wait for us to get the funding and do the things. We'd be dead already 3 times before it happens. Can you imagine dying 3 times before you get something done? All right, folks. So I just wanted to go through some little stuff. That's not Philly Truth is not Jamal's situation, but that's something I believe that he's affiliated with now. But because of his hard work in the streets, they made him pretty much like an ambassador. But he said he's retiring from that. So, hey, it is what it is. But yo, dude, I put 2 hours and 14 minutes in on the live on this situation to let you know that you have no right to sit back and say that you are retiring. You have no right to even think that you can retire. You're not in no position to retire unless you are sick. That's the only way that you can retire. Are you moving? If you're moving, or if you're sick. And if you're sick, I hope that you get better. If you're moving, hey, yo, that's what's up. But if you're moving, that means you're running. Running? Nah, stay boots down, 10 toes down. You got to put that work in, kid. We got to get some things done. We got to get these patrol booths all throughout the different neighborhoods. And we got to get these people really out there. We got to get at least 500 troops before you can retire. Before you can retire, you have to have 500 troops in full action with that full operation, a daily operation. You cannot retire till you have 500 troops with a daily routine. Jamal Johnson, you cannot retire. You a soldier, so listen to what I'm saying. You cannot retire until you have 500 troops with a daily routine, a daily operation. And you have 500 troops on a daily operation, then you can retire. All right? So, folks, what do y'all think? What do y'all have to say about Jamal Johnson retiring from the working efforts that he's been putting in on the streets of getting this 100th mayor? When is the election? Hold on. The election is November 7th? When is the mayoral election for Philadelphia? Let me find out. When is election day? When is the mayoral election for Philadelphia? Yo, there's a mayor. One of the candidates. I live close by her. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. Is this person still in? Because if this person gets in, the people on my block already have, I don't even want, because I'm good. I'm give up my whole location. I hope she win. I don't know what she stands for, but I hope she win. All right. So when is the mayoral election in Philadelphia? When is the election? General election, November 7th. Okay. So he's talking about he's retiring on election day. So when the 100th mayor come in, nigga, you sound crazy. I'm even using the N-word now. You sound crazy. So you saying that after all this work that you done did with what was that mayor name? McKinley? Well, the mayor named that, whoever the mayor is, I don't even know. But you done marched to this man's house. You done sat on this man's city hall steps. You demand this man to do all of that. And when this next 100th mayor come in for the Philadelphia, the 100th mayor, you're going to sit back and retire? That nigga crazy. Jamal. Now, as I'm really listening to everything, I'm trying not to say nothing wrong or not wrong, because it was all right to me. But I'm trying not to say anything that might be harsh. But yo, I might say nigga a few more times, nigga. But yo, are you out your mind? That sounds so stupid. Like if I'm one of those little kids that's been in the program and I've been watching you, you know what I'm saying, and I've been hearing your name, or Jamal Johnson, Jamal Johnson, you know, and then next thing you know, what happened to Jamal? Oh, he retired. Why? Oh, because because now I don't want to keep saying sick, but that's the only reason why you can retire right now. Otherwise, you're letting down all those individuals, just completely letting them down. You're putting them in the hands of someone that's going to be dysfunctional because the true leadership is not there if you retire. How are you going to wait for November 7th for this new mayor to pop up and become mayor? And you're supposed to say, here are my demands. That's my demands. Take care of it. I'm out of here. Deuces. But that's my demands. That makes no kind of sense. That sounds retarded. So I'm gonna help you out. You're not retiring. You actually going to be leading a rally real soon. 77 hugging the block is going to have to continue ASAP until we get 500 troops on the streets with a daily operation. You ain't going nowhere, nigga. Otherwise, it was a fraud and a scam. I don't get it. It don't make no sense that you sit on city halls. What did you get? Did you get something from the like? This is us people, bro. How you figure that you can just say November 7th? Hey, you the new mayor? Hey, that's our demands. That person right there, he's in charge though. Peace. But when we go to the thing, we see Jamal Johnson. But all of a sudden now this mayor comes on deck, and this mayor's like, hey, I want to meet Jamal Johnson. And you're, oh, I'm retired now. But I was seeing you on the news. I couldn't wait to sit down with you and put something together. And here I am, but you retired now. Yeah, but you can deal with that person right there. That's leadership? Nah. It don't even make sense. I can't even add it together. Like 1 + 1 is 87. 1 + 1 is 77 blocks. That's retarded, my dude. So the day of election day is the day that he's going to retire. Like father, like son. You sound crazy now. At first, you know, I was really like, because I mean, even when I text you back and I said, I laughed. I said, oh, you retire? Okay. And I said, okay. Then I even sent you a text message back. Okay, I can read my text message. Okay. This is the message I wrote to him. So I can read this one. Fuck it. He said, I'm done. He said, I'm done. Yo, look, y'all gotta understand, because I mean, even though I'm like going ham, even though I'm like talking, but I really understand. Like, yeah, I already know. It's like, yo, man, he's tired. I already know, but you can't be done, my dude. You can't be. I'm sorry. You just can't be. I said, if you want to retire, it's okay. And honestly, we appreciate you and your efforts, energy, and your endurance. Okay, this me being 100% sincere. Therefore, you know, matter of fact, I'm not being. Yeah, matter of fact, yeah. If you want, okay, I said, if you want to retire, it's okay. And honestly, we appreciate you and your efforts, your energy, and your endurance. Therefore, I would like to give you a thank you dinner party, okay, in honor of you. It will be an honor and respectful duty for me, blah blah blah, to do this. Okay, so that was my text to him. But I said to him, I said, if you want to retire, honestly, we appreciate you, your efforts and energy, your endurance, and therefore, it's okay, But, dude, technically, it just don't make sense. You can't. One more time, folks, for those people. Let's see what that says. All right, folks. So all right, so okay. This is the first. Like I said, I had these videos in my phone for a little bit. And this is my first time looking at it. It's my first time looking at the videos. Now you just heard the first one. Now this is a different video of a different person on the megaphone, and you can hear. Listen to the difference. That's why he can't retire. Now this is my first time hearing it. Listen.
They living in prison. So this is what.
What the hell? That was it? Hold on.
Residents and activists in Philadelphia are taking safety into their own hands and trying to reclaim their neighborhoods. It's a series of nightly peace patrols called Operation the Block.
Here for 77 nights for the 77 areas that have been most devastated by the gun violence. So this block is one. We got 76 more all over Philadelphia.
These last 3 years were Philadelphia's most violent years in recent memory, with 2021 being the most deadly year on record. The majority of the victims were young people of color.
It's not trying to police people, it's just trying to keep each other safe because we're from these neighborhoods or we care about these neighborhoods, we live in these neighborhoods and we want them better. I feel like it is. I feel like honestly anything that you can do that's proactive is better than being inactive.
My community, I'm responsible for what happened there.
We need community members to come out and be engaged so people can feel safe, so that children don't have to stay inside and feel fearful of going to the school and like they living in prison. So this is what.
Highlight something good in your neighborhood. Highlight the efforts in your neighborhood. Highlight what's good in your neighborhood, folks. Highlight what you're supposed to. Stop highlighting all the foolish shit. Because all we doing is sending our people to jail. Don't you get it? All those dudes is locked up not because of white Americans. They locked up because of Negroes. Negroes actually truly hating on one another and hating on each other's finances. Bring spotlight. But then you have one case where the dude playing around with girls, so he did it himself. Even other dude, both of them dude is dealing with the coochie. So it's either the coochie getting you locked up, but it's really us black folks putting spotlight on each other, getting each other locked up. Now, is this snitching? or is it saving each other? Is it hating, or is it saving each other? I don't know. But let's spotlight some good stuff now. Let's spotlight some stuff that is important and things that really truly makes a change. Productivity, being productive, as opposed to being inactive. The man said, "Yo, bro, I appreciate it, but I'm on the road as soon as the day is done." You hear me? He said, "I'm on the road as soon as the day is done. I'm out of here. I'm out. Peace." Gone. And why is that? Because niggas is tired of niggas. Jamal probably going to jump on the plane, land with one of his little snow bunnies, and sip on some margaritas. All right, folks. So the challenge is for you folks to get Lenon to stop spotlighting the unnecessary and start highlighting and spotlighting the necessary. Organizations, groups, programs, people, individuals, youth, we must really focus on bringing the energy to what's needed so that it gets what's needed, because we need each other. Lenon, you're not helping the community at all. For you be gone for 8 months and you can't figure that you can be talking about something of positiveness, something in your community that the Girl Scouts, at least, like there's nothing in your black community that you can talk about but conspiracy shit, so that you can have takeout, you can get DoorDash for you and your 800 kids because the people giving you donations. Once again, you want to challenge Umar. Leonard, you challenged Umar to show the inside of the school, to do a walkthrough in the school. I challenge you to give a rundown of your work day, your IT job. What is the day in life like of Lenon Honor, the Family Guy? Jamal, November 7th around the corner. We're going to see what you're doing November 8th. You better have a march or rally November 9th, man. As a matter of fact, the way you introduce the mayor, see, I don't know what y'all doing November 7th, but November 7th should be a rally day at the City Hall. November 7th should be the major challenge day, because if you're going to go out with a bang. You did 77 blocks, you hugged 77 blocks, so demand for 777 people to show up at City Hall. Demand is 7,777 people show up at City Hall. Demand that 77,777 people show up at City Hall. No, November 7th. Go out with a bang. Don't go out no on some pussyfoot shit. You're gonna go out, tear a hole in City Hall for the next mayor. 100 people's not enough. We need 700, 7,000, 70,000 people be at City Hall to greet the next mayor. It's the 100th mayor. Let's greet the 100th mayor and give this mayor our demands of how we're going to make change in our communities to stop this violence. And that's by getting our fathers back on their feet. Period. Let's go, Jamal. You got a challenge ahead. You think you're just going to gracefully bow out with your little megaphone? Talk about we the peace streets or the peace. I don't know what the hell you're saying. What they saying? I ain't gonna go out like that. Y'all saying something. So what y'all saying?
But what we are not is men able to get on the ground and start on our street. We believe in this needed after Philadelphia. We believe that you are part of the solution. You are part of the solution.
We the Peace Patrol. So yo, if you're the Peace Patrol, the Peace Patrol needs to make its presence on City Hall on the November 7th for the next mayor. The Peace Patrol should be the first thing the mayor has to address. Make your presence known, Jamal. Don't leave the war. Shorten yourself. Do not short yourself in this war. All right, homie. You got a lot of work ahead of you. Make it happen. These kids are looking for it. Don't let them down. Thank y'all for y'all listening here. Get out there and encourage Jamal not to retire. You got November 7th. You still got to make things happen. All right, folks. City Hall, man. 7,000 people. Get them out there, man. Peace. 350 homicides for the last 50 years, average. I think this, matter of fact, before I let you go, let me see how many murders took place this year. Because I know they was already at 300. How many murders took place in Philadelphia in 2023? It says it's actually down this year. But then 6 people killed in several Philadelphia shootings in 20. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, folks. How many people got killed? How many? Should I put gun violence? Damn. More than 900 people have been shot in Philadelphia so far this year. That was July. This was July 3rd of 2023. Halfway through 2023, and over 900 people have been shot. More than 900 people. All right, folks? By the end of June, 210 people have been killed in homicides. That was an 18% drop. All right, folks. You see, the pace of the shootings is down a little bit. So, yo, Jamal, man, you getting the shootings down. Your presence being felt, dog. Your presence is being felt. Don't give up hope. Peace.